Hey, welcome on into this video. My name is Mio Biskin from Creativity Mindset Mastery. Rolls off the tongue. So this video is about the recent survey that I sent out and a little bit of the responses and then an announcement at the end of this to invite you to something very cool. So let's jump into it. So recently I sent out a survey about the art of being, and this is what came out of it. So first question was, which best describes you? So in the community that we have here, we have a lot of visual artists, almost half visual artists, a couple of musicians, singer-songwriters, writers. We also have a producer, DJ, self-managed solo artists. Lots of cool legends. How connected do you currently feel to your ideal creative life? So it looks like people are kind of struggling a little bit out there. Just going to move this camera up here. There's some pretty low scores. I was sort of surprised to see that. But I guess, if people are responding to this survey, they are having challenges with their creative work because that's what I help people with. So this makes sense. All right, what feels hardest in your creatively right now? Probably meant to say creativity. So interestingly, the top one was inner critic or perfectionism. And then a few other big ones here were consistency, self-doubt, clarity and direction, and balancing creative life with the rest of life in modern life. They're the big ones, and I'd have to say the thing I've been hearing the most lately really is this massive challenge with consistency. But with consistency, all the other things are related to it. So motivation, self-doubt, not being able to finish work. I was surprised actually that time and space weren't the major ones, because that's definitely what I've heard in the past. So it's good that people aren't thinking that it's time and space that's holding them back. I think people are getting more aware that the challenges are mostly internal, not external. And that's really good, because a few years ago when I started doing Creativity Mindset Mastery, it was actually a massive education campaign to help people realize that the challenge is not an external challenge. It is an internal, mindset, psychology, the blocks that we have as artists that really keep us from doing stuff. So let's go to the next one. How connected do you feel? We just did this one. Which statement feels most true for you? So these were a couple of respondents that were pretty even, but I feel creatively blocked. Then another one would have been, I know I'm capable of more creatively. That came up a few times. I'm creating but not consistently. That consistency thing's coming up again. And I feel disconnected from myself as an artist. That's also another really big pattern I've noticed in the conversations I've been having with people, is that people internally feel like they are an artist, but their reality, their external world isn't really reflecting that. And there's this big split going on, and we want to sort of reduce the gap there. So some people were generous enough to leave some really great detailed feedback about this question. What's your single biggest challenge in your arts practice? What does that look like right now? So artists feel disconnected from their art. So generally I don't make art a priority. Priority is another big thing I'm hearing a lot lately. Totally love it, but also need to focus on my own music. And I also want to get back into painting, my original first love. I'm 50 but still energetic, and I'm feeling the need to get my mojo back into the rhythm and momentum and believing in myself. Next one was creative energy is being consumed by admin. There was one person in particular where this was a really big theme. So frustrated that not getting to do the fun creative work, and admin's taking up way too much time. There's a tension between creativity and responsibility. So some people were saying, the social connection that we also want to have as artists is maybe taking up too much time. also worry about money, but I know from the past that when I pour my soul into my art, it returns in many ways, including financially. So that's pretty huge. Self-doubt and perfectionism are massive. I feel that my art is not good enough. I see my work as a fraud. I'm a perfectionist and a procrastinator. It's a double whammy. Finding ever distraction to avoid that feeling of self-disappointment. Huge. And many of you know what does work, but maybe aren't doing it. So I know from the past, when I pour my soul into my art, it returns. I know from my time working with you that when I do it, it works. I'm making steps though, and each day doing a little bit of writing. So there's like a little bit of movement. People have an idea of what they want to be doing, but aren't doing it. So then I asked this question: if I ran a free live masterclass, would you be into it? And there was a pretty big yes, definitely. So with that in mind, I reckon let's do it. So I'm going to run a free 2-hour masterclass. I think a lot of things that are out there go for, go up to an hour or something like that. But I want this to be more of like a workshop, deep dive. I want it to be really, really useful and practical for you. So this is for artists, musicians, writers, creatives of any time or any kind who want to reconnect with your creativity, identity, consistency, and artistic life. So I'm going to do it Wednesday, June the 3rd. So it's in a week and a half or something like that. And we're going to do it in the evening, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So hopefully people can have enough time to get home, have some food, sit down, and do this focused workshop. It's going to be totally free, and you're invited. It's going to be live, online event, so you can do it from the comfort of your own home. I want to leave some time in it for some live Q&A and artist coaching. So if people have questions about the workshop and the masterclass, I'll have time to go through that and also help you on very specific things. So yeah, we're going to go into why artists are feeling blocked, the hidden patterns that stop creative momentum, the relationship between identity, self-doubt, and unfinished work is a really big one. How to create more time and space and consistency. Really, that's going to be more around consistency. And how to reconnect with the part of you that still wants to create. So I'd love for you to join me. All you need to do is click the link in the description of this video or go to creativitymindsetmastery.com/AOBL, which stands for Art of Being Live. Yeah, so do that. You'll also, if you can't make it at that precise time, I'll probably send out a replay. So if you register, you'll get all the info leading up to it. So also, if you haven't done the survey and you've seen this and you actually would like to contribute to that, the more survey responses I get, basically the better that workshop's going to be, and it's going to be more customized and tailored to you. So you can also find the link in the description of this video. Go click that link. It really doesn't take long. Most of it's just like a couple of and then one sort of question where you can leave a bit more feedback. So I hope this has been interesting. Hope it's been insightful. Hope it relates to you as well. Maybe you see yourself in it. And if you want help moving past these creative blocks and learn more about your creative practice and how to live more in alignment with yourself as an artist, the artist you know that you are inside, it's in here, but it's just not out in the world. That's what I'm super happy to help you do. So remember, your art matters. So go and create. All right, check all that out and I'll catch you on the masterclass. See you soon.